What is an employer's responsibility if an employee ultimately just refuses to come back to work? If the employer is just unable to find an alternate role for them or a role where they can work remotely, I mean, what is the employer's responsibility at that point?
That's actually a very good question because it has a number of connotations. So for businesses with less than 500 employees, that has huge implications for forgiveness under any PPP loan that the business may have obtained. It, in many ways, it depends upon the reason why. If you need to keep in mind the Americans with Disabilities Act. If the employee was previously diagnosed with some sort of an anxiety disorder and they are anxious about returning to work because of the coronavirus, then there's one course of action that the employer probably ought to take. And under the Americans with Disabilities Act, you would engage in what's called the interactive process. You talk to the employee. For everyone else, though, at some point, if they don't return back to work, you probably need to inform the state unemployment division that they were offered a job, but they didn't come back. But we've heard state authorities say that, and we've even heard the Secretary of Treasury for the United States say the same thing. That's not a decision to take lightly. In one instance, I talked with an employer, and what he did was told the person, okay, we've taken all these steps. We need you back. If you don't come back, then we need someone to do this work. And if you don't come back, then we have to notify unemployment. And I think that's what businesses need to do. Start by talking to the employees, listening to them, trying to address their concerns, but at some point you may need to part ways.